And hello, welcome to another video of Alien Isolation. Let's keep this streak going. Let's get this game finished. Having a lot more fun now that the alien is gone, or at least temporarily gone. I'm pretty sure the alien's going to have to come back. If not, then yay! uh, but I don't think I'm that lucky. Especially since I swear I heard that alien a couple of videos ago. Anyway, let's get going.
Suspending in Android processing. We've got a situation. There's white on red casualties on station. I've just had an android report to the APTC with head trauma. But he's covered in blood. Blood. I've alerted the marshals, put my secretary someplace safe, and right now, I'm headed for the transit. I'm gonna get a working Joe to consult Apollo. Maybe it knows who the hell is to blame for this.
I just found something here. An interview tape. You need to hear it.
Play it, Ricardo.
You're Marlowe, right?
Yeah.
I'm Taylor. Sector Exec Wayland Yutani.
Oh, the big guns now, huh? Not some girl with abandonment issues?
Leave Ripley out of this. She's just looking for closure. I'm looking after Wayland Yutani interests.
And I'm looking to get out of this fucking cell. What to do with you?
Maybe. This is being recorded. You understand?
I saw. Red lights on.
I want data. The location of the planetoid where you found the derelict. All data you have on the origin of that organism.
I can give you that. And a way off this station. You just have to let me out.
I can probably agree to those terms. What the fuck?
Taylor? Taylor, get me out of this cell right now! Get me out!
Ripley?
I heard it.
Apollo private transit available. Board for Apollo Core.
Our team of humans and synthetics thank you for your continued use of the Sevastopol Transit.
Apollo core. This whole area contains Apollo supportive systems with the AI core itself at the center. Apollo prevented Samuels from lifting the lockdown remotely, but once you're inside, he made sure it'll at least talk to you.
Please do not leave baggage or equipment unattended.
I've come over to Apollo to find out what sent the synthetics crazy. This place has gone to hell. Apollo's redirected core android duties, and they've just walked away from the maintenance we requested after we got the news. Coolant's everywhere, gas has escaped, and the primary access lift has shut itself down. I flagged the help request, but apparently I'm 45th in line. Systems are suddenly obsessed with hazard containment. I'm gonna find a way down. Spitting out.
Firearms detected.
You've got to be shitting me.
Place firearms on security container.
Your safety is important to us. Please report all transit malfunctions immediately.
Season and Apollo, thank you.
I'll bet.
Apollo core access elevator offline. Primary Apollo systems inaccessible.
Ricardo, the way-in's blocked off.
The schematics they use for the Sevastopol sales tour should be nearby. See if there's a back door.
Okay, let's see. There's a power conduit that links to the Apollo core. I can use that.
You think you'll fit?
Turn off the electrics, take some deep breaths, squeeze. Easy.
I'm not coming up there to pull you out if you get stuck. Huddling up to a live conduit is gonna hurt though, right?
I'll have to power it down first.
there's something wrong with your synthetics. The team I requisitioned to acid strip lower habitation just stopped in their tracks. They barked something about a hazard containment order, tried to get into my control booth, and then just marched off. I know I always complain about those spooky bald bastards, but now I've got proof their wiring's faulty. I've got a meeting with your boss Spedding tomorrow, and I'm gonna kick some ass. So when he starts kicking your ass, well, it's coming from me.
Ricardo, conduit's offline for now.
I've pulled up the Apollo schematics here. It looks like you can get to the access through the turbine shaft.
The turbine's running hot, Ricardo. Full speed.
There'll be an emergency shut-off nearby, but it won't stay off forever. You'll have to get inside quickly.
Turbine's off. Way should be clear.
Better run. If Apollo systems overheat, they'll reboot.
This is gonna be tight.
Good luck. Ripley, you're getting deeper into Apollo and your radio signal's getting faint. I'm gonna lose you soon.
Great. Just keep him crossed for me, huh?
There's gonna be lots of Joes down there, Rip. Could be dangerous.
Samuel sacrificed himself so I could get here. I've gotta try.
I thought he was a pretty nice guy for a synthetic.
Me too. Ricardo, main entrance is locked. Any idea what to do next?
I can't hardly hear you, Ripley. Your signal's just faint. Things faint.
Ricardo. For Christ's sake. If you can hear me, find another way to make contact. Something's up with my earpiece.
Spedding, something crazy just happened. Some Sevastopol is off the market. We got a buyer. Weeks before they start taking the place apart, and they U-turn. After all those endless presentations and tours, I guess the talks weren't stalled at all. Someone at company headquarters just had to click his fingers. A message of confirmation just came in. Apollo's currently receiving a packet of new operation rule sets. So, I guess, the deal's sealed. Now, this is board-level need-to-know stuff until it's announced to shareholders. Quite the promotion, huh?
You shouldn't be here.
Running causes accidents.
What are you doing here?
Apollo, there are androids at the door. Ransom's nowhere to be seen. There are conflicts with the hazard containment breach. Synthetic safety procedures are getting bypassed left and right. Comms are offline. I thought it was random, but I'm not so sure. Oh god. We're gonna get in. Tell Suzanne I love her.
I'm going to catch you. Running causes accidents. Don't run. Why not ask me about Sevastopol safety protocol?
Left hemisphere server banks now active. Right hemisphere server banks now active.
Shouldn't be here. I'm going to catch you. Modding causes accidents. Don't run. Come with me, please.
Okay. If I power these up, one of them should give me access to Apollo's security banks.
I'm going to catch you. Running causes accidents. Why not ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocols? Come out, wherever you are. I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. I will find you, you know. Are you playing a game with me? You are making me waste company time. I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. I will find you, you know. Are you playing a game with me? Facility now clear. Apollo informed. Why not ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocols? You always were a working Joe. Always on tomorrow. I'll work again. All visiting corporate representatives must report to their What are you doing here? Something of it. I'll get to the bottom of this. Unexplained disturbances are most troubling. There's still something amiss here. Apollo will require a detailed report. I'll get to the bottom of this. Unexplained disturbances are most troubling. There's still something amiss here. Apollo will require a detailed report. Unexplained disturbances are most troubling. There's still something amiss here.
Should make the job easier. What the hell? Two days after we left? You're kidding me. Sons of bitches! It isn't on the damn station. What? Fuck.
All right. That one may actually be a little bit over half an hour. I don't know. I did die. I had to restart quite a few times, so I'll see when I edit. But, oh man, Wayland Yutani? Boy, what an evil corporation! I mean, wow. They are incredibly evil in this universe. This is what happens when you give corporations way too much control. They create aliens, or well, they search them out, they create androids that'll kill you, and then they just look for bioweapons and to conquer the universe. Man. So, I mean, obviously, I figured out that Wayland Yutani had. I thought they hacked into the core. I didn't realize that they bought the entire station out. But it's even worse that they did this legitimately. So that's even worse, I think. Um. Anyway, really enjoying this storyline. Yeah, you could argue it's a rehash of the first Alien movie, and that's true. I mean, of course, the first Alien movie was a rehash of the movie It Came from Beyond Space, I think is what it was called. Um, I'd have to look it up. It was one of the It movies. There were like 3 or 4 It movies that came out in the 50s. But I think it was the It Came from Beyond Space, which was some sort of vampire-like creature, alien creature, which boarded this planet. Not the planet, this, the most sexist starship in the universe. With women who were PhDs, but in order to show that they were PhDs, they were serving the men tea and coffee and food and treating them like it was just, oh god, parts of that. I mean, you know, we're talking about the 50s. We're talking about a movie that was post Black Lagoon. Okay, and for those of you who don't know what the Black Lagoon is, you know, I believe it was either the professor from Gilligan's Island or it was the guy I always get confused for the professor from Gilligan's Island. I think it was the professor. I think it's the actor who played the professor. He was the lead male character in there, but the lead female character in there was an intelligent doctor, you know, with a PhD. She wasn't going around serving men coffee like in that stupid movie that Alien was based on. But I mean, very strong female character in Creature from the Black Lagoon. Very strong. And in many ways, she's shown over the male counterparts. And then they had that other movie. So there was definitely a dichotomy in American cinema during that period. There were some movies that had very strong female characters, some movies that didn't. In fact, I think that the Creature from Black Lagoon, the female character in there, is a hell of a lot more of a strong, independent character than anything in Jar Jar Abrams' Star Treks or Star Wars butcherings. Anyway, and of course, Aliens totally ripped off them. James Cameron, you know, obviously, I mean, I say ripped off. I mean, you know, he used the same plot. First Alien movie, Ridley Scott, though, I mean, it was almost scene for scene, shot for shot, that he took from It Came from Beyond Space. Aliens was a little bit more original than them. I mean, he took a lot of them, and but James Cameron really worked that script into something completely, almost completely original. I mean, you know, obviously they were all original enough that they weren't violating copyright. You know, they had their own scripts, they had their own stuff. But this is a pretty good one. Yeah, it more or less follows the original Alien and Aliens storyline. It's kind of an interesting conglomeration of the two stories, and you know, that's what fans did kind of. You know, it's not bad to repeat something that was successful, as long as it's something that the fans need. You know, as long as you're also adding stuff to it. And for a video game plots, some of them are really complex. Some of them, like this, where they're just stealth games, where the majority of the time is just me not doing anything, or me trying not to do anything, or me running around in a circle. It's really hard to put a plot into a game like that. Obviously, if this were a movie, it would have serious problems. You know, it really wouldn't be able to stand on its own. There are a lot of character holes that, and I don't really care for the acting job of the woman who does Ridley's, or, you know, Amanda Ridley. I really don't care for her acting job. She's doing the atrocious job that, you know, a method of acting that a lot of women in Hollywood are doing right now. And you see it in the Hunger Games, you see it in Star Wars, where women talk like this, and they sound strong, but they also sound scared. And it's a really bad impersonation of someone who's scared, of someone who's strong, and then they throw a fit. Like, damn you, wait, you used me as bait. Come on, look at the situation you were in. If you were him, you would probably do the same thing if the other person couldn't get out of the way. You know, so there are aspects of the plot where if this were a movie, I would absolutely hate at least a third of it. But this is a video game. And in a lot of ways, storytelling has to take second banana to gameplay. And I mean, that's the way it's always been. Otherwise, you wind up with either an adventure game, you know, like Zork, where storytelling is the entire game, or you wind up with an interactive movie. And in some ways, this is a bit of an interactive movie, but it leaves a lot for you to do. And so I can't really harp on the story. You know, an interactive movie is more like something like The Last of Us, where, I mean, it's it's a movie. You know, it's a movie where you press some buttons to move the story along. There's very little, if any, gameplay. That's not saying it's bad. It is probably one of the best video games of the year in which it came out. I don't know if it was the best. Definitely one of the best. But I think that games like that should be in their own category. You know? People who love Mega Man may not necessarily like Last of Us. Vice versa. Anyway, so, I'm sorry for my little, thing there. This all started with me talking about the story. Pretty interesting, pretty decent story. It borrows a lot from the first and second movie. There are quite a few character holes. Atmosphere is fantastic. You know, I say this probably wouldn't make that great of a movie. I say that knowing that it is still better than than Alien 3. Alien 3 was absolutely atrocious. The butchering that the plot gave to all of the characters, especially with a lot of characters who should not have been working together, who were working together, and it was like people were just pretending to be who they were in that movie. And I mean, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare as an audience member. I know a lot of people like Alien 3, but you can't point at Alien 3 and say it was something that belongs in the Alien series. You could, if you changed all the names of the characters, it wouldn't be Alien 3. You know, it was such a removed plot from the series. It did so much damage to the storyline of the series that it just shouldn't have existed, you know? Meanwhile, you know, Alien Resurrection tried to bring it back, Joss Whedon tried to bring it back, and I think that was the last decent Alien movie. So yeah, this could easily be within that category, within a movie category. It still wouldn't be able to stand up to Alien Resurrection. It was definitely better than Alien 3 because at least this game maintains character cohesion. It's superior in every fashion to all of the Alien versus Predator movies that came after. Because at least, one, you get to see the alien in this one. Those other movies, the 90% of the alien shots were pitch black and you couldn't make out the aliens. It was just, you know, a face and a scream and just nonsense. So, I think that the designers did a fantastic job with this game. You know, I wouldn't give it, you know, of my 4-star ratings, if I were to review it like, I probably will review it for my movie review site. I wouldn't give it 4 out of 4 stars. But I think if I went down and I evaluated the production level and everything else, I think that the script would come out about 2.5, maybe 2 3/4 for script. The direction, easily 3.5. Atmosphere, production level, 4. Editing, I think the editing's fantastic. You know, for a game you want a long experience. I think that they edited the experience properly. Of course, it's all prior direction, you know, editing with. But I think that if you look at how they paced out where you fight the androids, where you fight the alien, Alien ramps it up, the androids ramp it up, and now I'm coming to the conclusion. I think that it's easily 3 3/4 to 4-star editing. Sound, 4 stars. Average that out, I'm sure you'd come out with 3 to 3.5 stars for overall. And I think that that's where this game belongs. I shouldn't be giving a review before the game's finished, but I just felt like I needed to expound on some things, especially with this being the major plot bomb of the game. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're enjoying this, and see you next video. Take care.